Welcome to NEXTGames' Geas Fete series. This video covering Escha Ru'Aun, Tier 3 NM, Duke Vepar. In this video, I'll give an overview of the Duke Vepar battle strategy, show you examples of the fight against Duke Vepar, and we'll do all of this on the ninja job with the warrior sub job. Now this series will cover how to defeat all of the Escha NMs on your way to an Aeonic weapon. Ninja can solo all but roughly 10 of these NMs, and I will show you how to solo all but those 10, and then we'll finish the series with showing you strategies for beating the most challenging NMs, normally involving a summoner strategy. Now in this video, we continue with Tier 3 NMs in Ru'Aun, and Duke Vepar, who is actually the least challenging NM of the T3s that are here. But he still can pose a challenge for people, so make sure you be careful. He's a level 135 NM, and he drops several body abjurations and other useful weapons and accessories. He has a ton of moves that can be a challenge to deal with, so let's go ahead and start delving into them. Now Duke Vepar is assisted by Duke Vepar's Gnat, that will spawn shortly after he does. Now the Gnat attacks very quickly, and can make recasting shadows difficult, so I recommend taking him out right at the start. Note that if the ability Sticky Situation is used by Duke Vepar, it will resummon Duke Vepar's Gnat. If the Duke is above 30% hit points, I recommend taking out that Gnat when it's resummoned. Duke Vepar is a monk, so he has access to 100 Fist and can use it multiple times during this fight, so make sure you're ready for that. This, along with all of the AoE abilities that the Duke can use, makes it a challenge to keep shadows up during any length of time during this fight. So you're going to have to be prepared to continually be recasting them. Speaking of those AoE abilities, let's go ahead and go over them. The first one, as already mentioned, is Sticky Situation. It's an AoE magic damage ability that also inflicts Plague, Slow, and Silence. Mandible Massacre is the next one we'll talk about. It's a conal AoE ability that will inflict physical damage, paralyze, and doom. Make sure you bring holy waters to help get that doom off of you, just in case your trust can't do it for you. Vicious Deluge is a conal damage ability that also inflicts bio and various debuffs. Abdominal Assault is a conal AoE physical damage ability that will inflict gravity, reset your TP, and knock you back. Umbral Expunction is an AoE magic damage ability that increases with the number of debuffs that are on Duke Vepar. Having 3 to 5 enfeebles is usually manageable, but more than that will be enough to start killing your trust, so be careful of that. Now Flesh Siphon is the last ability that has access to, and it's the only ability that he doesn't wipe all of your shadows with. It deals physical damage and absorbs a single attribute. Now Duke Vepar's Gnats also have their own set of abilities that can be nasty. They include Booming Bombilation, which is an AoE magic damage, plague, defense down, and magic defense down ability. Simicene Discharge, which is an AoE slow, and the Gnat gains haste. And Insipid Nip, which is the only ability the Gnat has that is not AoE. Similar to the Duke's single target ability, this one will inflict physical damage and absorb a single attribute. Now during 100 Fist, Duke Vepar will gain a 200 per tick bio aura that can be removed by light magic burst damage. Now if this aura isn't removed, a 200 per tick poison aura will eventually be added as well. Now Duke Vepar has access to Virus, Tier 5 single target spells, and Tier 4 AoE spells. Duke Vepar's Gnat has access to Blind 2, Paralyze 2, and Sleep 2. Now the main strategy for this fight is quite simple. You start with killing the Duke Vepar's Gnat as quickly as you can, and then focus on the Duke himself. If you get doomed at any time during the fight, get it off with holy waters quickly, and allow your trust to remove all the other debuffs that you're going to be inflicted with throughout the fight from the abilities. Note that your shadows will often go from full to wiped due to all of those abilities, so be ready to recast those shadows at any time. Simply leaving them down can easily lead to a death if the wrong series of abilities is used, especially when Duke Vepar's Gnat is out. Make sure to keep Yonin up, Kaka, and Gekka, and do not enfeeble the Duke to keep the damage of Umbral Expunction down. You can try to pull the Duke away to keep your trust out of AoE range, but the majority of the time, they are still going to get hit. Try to not keep them behind you though, so they do not get hit with the conal abilities. As previously stated, if a Gnat is respawned above 30% hit points on the Duke, I recommend switching to the Gnat and taking him out. In this battle example, we're using Joachim for March, Arcelia for Haste, though Koromoru would possibly be a better choice as he will not enfeeble as much, and Monburo and Yoran Oran for Cures. Other trusts like Hupipi and Sylvie should work just fine on this one, as there's not much curing is required. The ability to remove debuffs is far more important. I use Arc TT on this one as I popped this right after my Paquette kill, but truthfully he wasn't of much use. He doesn't stun any abilities during this fight, or sleep Duke Vepar's Nat, so that trust spot would be better utilized by a tank trust, such as August or Arc EV, or possibly even Coltada for rolls. Okay, let's go ahead and see how this run goes. Enjoy the fight, everyone. And that will be it for how to take on Duke Vepar. I hope you found that helpful. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Stay safe and stay healthy out there.